We begin our collective worship with the lighting of a candle. Or what did Jesus say? Good morning, everyone. Tomorrow, in America, is Independence Day. This is America. They're on the other side of the world to us. We share quite a lot with America. We share our language. We share some of our history. But what is Independence Day?
Grandpa, why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
Well, you see, July 4th, 1776 was a very special day in America.
1776? That sure was a long time ago. So, what makes that day so special?
This was the first Independence Day in America.
Independence? What does that mean?
Independence means freedom. For many years, American colonies were ruled by British leaders. They had to do what the British rulers told them to do. They could not make up their own laws. Congress leaders wanted to change this. They wrote the Declaration of Independence, explaining why America should be free from Great Britain. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was approved by Congress. America was finally free.
Hooray! Now Americans could do whatever they wanted.
Oh no, dear. America was free from British laws, but they had to make up new ones. Years later, in 1787, the Constitution was written. The framers of the Constitution had a meeting at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Some famous framers were Benjamin Franklin and George Washington. Together, 39 framers signed and agreed on the rights that American citizens should have.
Rights? What are rights?
These are things that people have the freedom to do.
You mean like the Bill of Rights? I remember we learned about that at school.
Exactly. The Bill of Rights were amendments or small changes made to the Constitution in 1791. They were added to protect certain rights of American citizens.
Like freedom of speech and religion, right?
You've got it. And freedom of the press and many other rights.
So Americans have all these rights because of what happened on July 4th, 1776.
This was the beginning of it all.
And we celebrate the 4th of July to show how much we appreciate our freedom.
Absolutely.
Grandpa, I think Independence Day is my new favorite holiday.
Me too, dear. Me too.
It reminds me of one of our British values, individual liberty. What is individual liberty? We all have our own dreams. We want to hit our own targets. We are free to find our own challenges and achieve our own victories. No person has the right to stop you from achieving what you want to achieve. You have the right to think of your own ideas, to love what and who you want, and be the star you want to be. But you don't have the right to take others' freedom. Each person's freedom must be protected. Individual liberty lets us all make our own choices. Let's see how many of those British values that you can remember. Let's have a recap first though. And a great way of remembering the British values is with our hands. Okay, let's start with a hand. Little finger, little one, me, you. Individual liberty. This one, the ring finger, the wedding finger, mutual respect. The tall one, pointing up to God, tolerance of different cultures and religions. This one, the one for pointing and picking your nose, the rule of law. And then the thumb, for thumbs up, thumbs down, democracy. British values. And here are the values again. Individual liberty, mutual respect, tolerance of different cultures and religions, rule of law, and democracy. Let's see if you can remember those British values. I'm going to hold up my hand, I'm going to point to a finger, and you've got to say which British value it is. Ready? This one? This one? This one? This one? This one? Oh, let's try again. Come on. This one? This one? This one? This one? And this one. All right. Okay, have a look here. See how many of you got them right. Did you get them? Well done if you did. So, freedom is really important.
This is Moses, who was an Israelite born in Egypt in a time when Israelite boys were not supposed to live.
Wait, huh?
Moses, however, grew up in the palace of the Pharaoh, the very man who was enslaving the Israelite people. When Moses grew up, he made a big mistake.
Uh-oh.
So Moses ran away from Egypt
Wow!
to the land of Midian.
Ah.
After many years, an angel of the Lord appeared to Moses and told him to go back to Egypt to free the Israelites. After much protesting, God granted Moses his brother Aaron to speak on his behalf.
Whew.
So Moses went to Egypt.
Here, move there.
And on his way there, he met Aaron, who was ready to do whatever God wanted him to do. The Israelites were slaves to the Egyptians, but God had a special plan for Moses.
Hey, everyone, huh?
After rallying God's people to them, Moses and Aaron went to the Pharaoh. And said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, has said. Let my people go." And Pharaoh made the Israelites work harder because of this.
Hey, where are you? Huh?
The foremen of the Israelite slaves were angry with Moses and Aaron for causing this trouble. So Moses cried out to God and asked why this was happening. But God said, "You will see what I will do. I am the Lord. I will deliver you from slavery."
Wow, okay. Hey!
Moses told this to the people,
Hey!
but they were so discouraged that they didn't listen to him.
Yeah, whatever.
God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and to do exactly as he said. So Moses and Aaron went to the Pharaoh.
Hey!
God told them to take the staff and throw it down before Pharaoh.
Huh?
Pharaoh was not impressed. He called his wise men and sorcerers, and they did the same thing.
Ooga, ooga.
But Aaron's staff swallowed up the sorcerer's staff. Yet Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he would not listen to them,
Shoot, shoot.
just as God had said. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the banks of the Nile River and meet Pharaoh."
Hey, Pharaoh. Oh, man.
Moses and Aaron did just as God had said.
Oh.
But again, Pharaoh's magicians did the same miracle, and Pharaoh refused to let God's people go. So God sent 9 more plagues to Egypt to show his power. Even with all the suffering, Pharaoh's heart stayed hard, and he would not let the people go. On the night of the last plague, Pharaoh woke up and heard a great cry in Egypt,
Oh, no.
for there was not a house in Egypt where someone was not dead. Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and told them to be gone with the Israelites. So the Israelites left Egypt immediately and made their way to the Promised Land, taking with them many riches from Egypt, and they took Joseph's bones as they had promised him many years before. But after they had gone, Pharaoh changed his mind and readied his army to take back the Israelites. When the Israelites saw Pharaoh and his armies come, they were terrified. But God made a way for them. Through all of this, the Israelites saw the great power of their God, the one true God, and they put their trust in Moses, his servant.
Time for a prayer. And if you'd like this prayer to be your prayer assignment at the end, you're welcome to look at the candle flame where you can put your hands and your eyes together. Help us to see your grace all around us today. Amen. Well, that concludes our collective worship for today. Remember, work hard, be kind, look after yourselves, and I'll see you around school.